Hi, I'm Dana, you're watching Life, Love, and Books, and today I'm going to be doing my September reading wrap-up. So these are all of the books that I read in the month of September. So the first book that I read is Two Lies and a Spy by Kat Carlton. And this was not good. Not good. I gave it 2 out of 5 stars. The only reason I got 2 stars is because I actually finished it. But for some reason, even though I didn't like it, I still wanted to read its sequel after I finished it. So maybe if it shows up at the library, I'll read the sequel and see if that one's any better. This book is about a girl whose parents are spies, and one day when she's at school, she is texted her parents' like code red word and goes into panic mode. Basically, she gets her brother and they meet at their spot, but then her parents don't show up at the spot. Someone else does. So yeah, that is kind of the basic plot line. I didn't think that the writing was particularly compelling or any of the characters particularly good, so it was just okay to me. The next book that I read is Anatomy of a Misfit by Andrea Portez, I think is how you pronounce her last name. I really enjoyed this book. I thought it was really fun and funny and just good. It was just good. It was just good. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars, mostly because I didn't really like how she ended it, but I did really love I really did love Annika, who's the narrator. She was funny and sarcastic, and she felt like a real teenager, which I really just appreciated. It's kind of about a girl who has always felt like she's been a misfit in her school, like she doesn't quite fit in with her friends or with anybody else, basically. She is Romanian, and her father, she refers to him as the vampire. He kidnapped her, and she lived in a castle with him for like 7 years before she moved in with her mom in America. And it's a really good contemporary. The next book that I read is Heir of Fire by Sarah J. Maas. This is the 3rd book in the Throne of Glass series, so I'm not going to give you much of a description, but I did really love this book. I love the Throne of Glass series. Gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Now, this is not my favorite Throne of Glass series. Usually, I think they get better as they go on. I do prefer Crown of Midnight to Heir of Fire, but it's still very, very good. The next book that I read is Where Things Come Back by John Corey Whaley. This won the Prince Award a few years ago. I thought this was pretty good. I would give it like 3.5 stars. I think I gave it 4 stars on Goodreads. It is about a town where this woodpecker who's supposed to be extinct comes back, and the whole town goes crazy about this woodpecker, and at the same time our lead's Cullen's brother goes missing. So you're kind of trying to figure out where Cullen's brother is, and also it's good. It's kind of quirky, so if you're into that, I'd definitely go pick this up. The next book that I read is Pushing the Limits by Katie McGrary, which I think I gave 3.5 out of 4 stars. It's a cheesy romance book. End of the story. It is really well written, somewhere in the vein of like Perfect Chemistry. But if you enjoy that series, go pick it up. I don't even know. Is Perfect Chemistry popular outside of my high school? I'm not really sure. The next book that I read was Unravel Me by Tahira Mafi. I read Shatter Me freshman year, and then I started watching Witty Novels channel, and you know, she's obsessed with the Shatter Me series. So I was like, alright, I don't really like Shatter Me, but I'm gonna go pick up Unravel Me, just see if I like it. I did enjoy it more than I liked Shatter Me. I think I would give it 3.5 out of 4 stars. Lots of 3.5 out of 5 stars this month. I don't think you should read it I don't think you should read it 3 years after you read the first one, because it's kind of confusing at first. But I will read Ignite Me at some point. I just don't know when. And then the next book I read is Making Faces by Amy Harmon. I don't even know if you can see this. Making Faces is a self-pub book. It was okay. I actually really liked it. It's kind of similar to not Making Faces. I thought it was similar to Pushing the Limits, except it kind of got into some different themes as Pushing the Limits did. It was good. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. I didn't really like our lead female, Fern, all that much, but there were some characters who I thought were just really well developed and well written, and of course I liked the romance in the story, but I did think the first 100 pages or so were really slow. So the last book that I read in the month of September is Second Chance Summer by Morgan Matson. I really love Morgan Matson's Since You've Been Gone and Amy and Roger's Epic Road Trip, so I had high expectations for this book. They did not disappoint. It was kind of like the perfect book to kick off my end of summer, though it did make me really apprehensive about college for some reason, and I'm not quite sure why. This book is about a girl who has spent every summer at this like summer resort retreat place, and then something happened. So she stopped going for 5 years, and then her dad gets cancer, and his last wish is to spend the summer with his family at the resort. So she goes back, and it's about her summer and her dad slowly dying, which is just really sad. It's just really sad. This book did make me cry, but it was so amazing and well written, and dang, Morgan Matson writes some big contemporaries, and I appreciate that. So just a really good last book of the summer read, in my opinion. Or not last book of the summer, it was kind of like the last summery read that I read. I don't know what I just said. Anyway, we're done with that. So those are all of the lovely books that I read in the month of September. I'm gonna try and do the lift thing. So yes, I read all of these lovely books in the month of September. How many books did I read? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Damn, I read a lot more than I thought I was going to. So yes, those are all of the books I read. For now, I am Dana, you are watching Life, Love, and Books, and I will see you next time. Bye!